Alright, everybody, welcome to Mount and Blade Warband. This is a game that it's actually pretty special to me. For the time I've played it, I've really enjoyed it. It's a game by Paradox Interactive, and this is actually the second Mount and Blade. The first one came out in like early 2000s, and this is the Mount and Blade. This Mount and Blade Warband is basically the first one, just a little bit better. And they added the Steam achievements, so I would suggest if you want to buy this on Steam, go for the Warband and not the original. It's got a lot more extra stuff. They also made two other sequels, which is Mount and Blade Fire and Sword, which is this game sort of takes place in like a medieval type setting with swords and spears and bows and arrows. Fire and Sword takes place in a Renaissance sort of era where muskets, well, no, not muskets, where firearms are just starting to come out with, sort of when gunpowder is becoming prevalent on the battlefield. And then they had another one, which was the most recent, which was Mount and Blade Napoleonic Wars, which I really want so badly. It sets in Napoleonic era. It's actually a mod originally, and the developer said, you know what, this mod's so popular, we're going to make a game out of it. And so they did, and everybody loved it. And I have yet to play that myself. But right now, today, I wanted to show you guys Mount and Blade. Alright, and we'll do male. And when you start, after you're choosing of who you want to be, you get to choose your class, your background. Your father was impoverished noble and stuff like that. You get these different choices, and each choice gets you different abilities and skills. Veteran warrior will give you more combat skills. A thief would give you more sneak ability and well, not sneak ability, but more cunning and ability with their sort of stuff. Now, if you choose an impoverished noble, that's basically putting the game on easy mode. And we're not going to do that. We're just going to say our dad was a veteran warrior. And as a child, your early life was, let's say, a shop assistant. And then life changed for us, and we became a smith, yes. And then, why did you decide to go out and start adventuring? Wanderlust. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so we'll become, and a realistic saving. So, once you do that, you have your attributes and skill points and putting everything in different points and what's not. We're going to go with strength, some agility, and some intelligence. Strength is how much hit points you have, and also how hard you can hit, how much damage you deal. Agility is how fast you swing your weapon, and also it helps with athletics and how fast you run, I believe, your character himself. Intelligence is very important for some of the other skills here in the lower part, wound management, or wound treatment, surgery, inventory management, that sort of stuff. And intelligence helps you get more skill points later. And charisma is very important for prisoner management, and also for trade once I guess for the city aspect for this game. But also it's excellent for the people in your party, controlling the people in your party. We're going to get some iron flesh here, which will help in battle. Let me see. Power strike. No, we're going to want shield, because the more level up for shield, the harder it is for the shield to break in combat. Do spotting, I suppose. Persuasion's good for trying to get people to see your point of view. Wound treatments and surgery will help out when your character is wounded. And let's see, we also get weapons points. This is how good we are with the weapons. We're just going to put it all on one-handed and I guess crossbows for now. And enter our name. Goodness. And let's get it started. Yeah, tutorial for doing this. We're just going to randomize, and we'll go with this guy. Lovely. Nice beard there, dude. Alright, so you hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy. I cannot speak. So, basically, you choose where you want to go. You have several different kingdoms. You can go to Svadia, the Vaegirs, the Khergit Khanate, which is like horse archers. The Vaegirs are... Swadia is kind of like armored knights. Vaegirs are kind of like nomadic horsemen. Nords is, well, Vikings, more or less. The Rhodoks are spearmen and crossbowmen, and the Saranids are desert dwellers. We're just going to go with Svadia. Alright, you came by caravan to the heartland of Calradia. Green shoots of wheat, barley, and oats are beginning to push through the dark snow of the rolling hills, and on the lower slopes of the snow-capped mountains. Herds of cattle and sheep are grazing on the spring grass. And, yeah, we get here. You're exhausted by the time you find the inn in Praven. Fall asleep quickly, and then you wake before dawn, are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out to the streets that are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear the sound that stands the hairs on the neck of your neck on end. The rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Alright. And we are in. And right now we got our crossbow. We also have our sword and shield. And this is our character. And right now we have, if I'm not mistaken, we have someone coming at us and wanting to kill us. So, there you are, my good man. Ow. Yes, you die now. Excellent. We got a headshot. Delivered 47 damage. We also have the difficulty, and depending on how hard the shot was, will depend on how much you increase your ability with the crossbows. Here, Merchant of Praven. Are you alright? Yes, I am alright. So, we're at his house, and let's talk. Whoops. Alright, there are bandits and they are in the city, and I'm interested. Alright, and so basically, we've got our first quest. And we can view... Oops. Yes, we have to collect 5 men. Merchant wants to collect 5 men from nearby villages. Problem is, he did give us a little bit of money, but we need more. Yes. Tab. Alright, now, this is the overmap. This is the world itself of Calradia. It is decently fairly big, but it does have its limits. Here are the Saranids, the Khergits, the Vaegirs, the Nords... the Swadians are orange, the green is Rhodoks, and yeah, anything white is training fields where you can go and level up your character. And speaking of which, here is us. This is our character. And this game sort of, well, how to describe this game? It takes an overview map of more or less an MMO, I think, or something like that, maybe like any RPG, Skyrim, something like that. Yes. And it combines it with actual fighting in battle. And you can actually fight in the battles yourselves, and I'll show those later. Right now, let's go back to Praven. Let's see. Here's Praven seems to be flourishing, and we seem to be doing okay. Populace is indifferent to you. It's 0, so they don't know you. If you do good things in the city, they'll eventually start to like you, and I guess that helps towards recruitment of soldiers, but we'll get that later. Let's visit the tavern. Mercenary swordsman. Here's the merchant, which we still need to go get some men for him. And I have fists, and I can punch people. Don't punch people, they'll be angry at you. Alright, there seems to be no one up here at the moment. That's okay. Now, we can join the tournament, but I don't think we'll do that right now. Let's take a walk around the streets. Alright, so this is the streets of Praven. Each city, you can do this in whatever major city you come into, or even villages. Each of the main cities has the armor, a horseman, a horse guy, and a place you can buy goods, a sort of a store, a general store, and a few other things. And you can actually buy properties in a city to make cash for yourself. Eventually, but that depends on the general trade of the area and what resources are available and how much money you have to spend and whether the business will be lucrative or not. You have to pay for the workers and the raw materials to be transformed into the goods and services. But right now, actually, let's go up here. Well, actually, no. We're going to exit. Marketplace. You have the arms, armor, horse, and goods merchant. And here we have some tools, which, actually, if we go to the goods merchant, we'll sell those tools. Get some money, some dinars. We have smokefish, we have crossbow, bolts, balance sword, and a kite shield. So we're good so far. The tools we really don't need. Those are good to sell. The tools were because we actually were a blacksmith, as it said at the beginning. And depending on your background will depend on what goods you have in the intro. I guess I can join a tournament. Tournaments happen every so often in different cities. Either the Lord or the King will call them. And you can join them. You can place bets on yourself, and if you win the overall tournament and you get to the championship and you beat them, you get, depending on how much money you place, you can place a certain amount. But we're not. We're just not. We're just gonna view participants. Oh, the King's in here. He's actually the king of the Swadians, and Zarina's just an extra fighter. We're just going to fight. Show you the combat. Ooh, we're on horses. I hope that... oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm probably not going to win this. I hope it's not too laggy. It shouldn't be too bad. Now, we are in blue. And the other people we need to beat are in yellow and green. And you win by knocking them out. Now, even though we are on horses and we are fighting with lance and a shield... it differs wherever the tournament is being held. If this was in the Rodok lands, we'd be mostly on foot and using crossbows and spears from the ground. The Swadians do favor armored horsemen, very much so. But it's not to say they don't fight on foot as well. There we go. Oh, there we go. Now, notice in the bottom right, I have a portrait of the horse and a red bar, portrait of myself and a red bar, and that is my health. That is mine and the horse's health. I have the weapon I'm carrying, which is the lance, and I have a shield. And if you'll notice, the shield is actually kind of injured. The shield does take damage, and eventually, if it does get damaged enough, it does break, and you'll need to either fight without a shield or find a new one. And that is really awesome. I love that feature. Alright, I might go ahead and lose this just to get on with at least completing a mission. There's a lot of stuff about this game that is great. Economics, political intrigue, fighting. You can even get married in this game to a noble lady or a lord. You can receive fiefs, which is little villages or towns that you can manage, and you can get recruits from. And the better the recruits, or the more happy the populace is with you in those little fiefs, the better soldiers you can get when you recruit. I'll show those in a little bit. Yeah. Good. We increased our proficiency with polearms, which is nice. I think the highest you can go in proficiency is about 250. And, so that's good. Oh, and the bodies do stay on the fields. You can set how many can be on the field at once, because the computer can only take so much. I think it's 50 or 100 is the max amount you can go to. Maybe it's 50. We're going to withdraw from the tournament. Yes, it's spoiling. I don't care. They do stay on the field. You can set that. Alright, so let's see. Before we go to Asgard, we can camp, which we can just wait. Reports, which is character renown, your honor rating, party morale, which is how happy the people are with you. Size limit, 48. That's how many people we can have under us currently. I'll get that in a little bit. And you also have these differing stuff. Course of relations, your party itself, and the factors that affect its morale. Companions, which we don't have any companions. I'll talk about those later. But anyway, let's get to Asgard. These are the fiefs. It tells you, gives a little bit of what's going on in the village, how productive it is. If it's been raided, it'll say so. Let's recruit some volunteers. Alright, 7 Swati recruits volunteer for you. Let's recruit them. We get 70. It's 10 per people for arming them, sort of. We can buy supplies if they have any. Generally, the buying price for this sort of stuff is pretty expensive. And one important thing about this game, and what is great, is here's your inventory over here. You have to be certain that you have food in your inventory for you and your troops to eat, because if you don't, you will lose morale, and your troops will, if your morale goes down low enough, your troops do leave you, they desert. Here's actually one of the lords of the land, Count Meltor, and there's King Hralus. And we can actually talk to these guys. There is no, it's largely text. I'm Gradius at your service. He tells you who he is, general opinion. You can actually, if you have tasks, you can actually, alright, yep. He's asked us to go get taxes. And by doing stuff for them, jobs for these guys, you increase your reputation in relations to them. If you do something that makes them angry, or you fail in a mission, you do lose, or depending on the severity of the mission, you do lose relations with them. But let's see, collection from Tostar. Let's see, Tostar is... Let me see if I can find it. If you have trouble finding it, generally... Let's see, it's not up there. Tatsamish. It's been a while since I've played this. I've been busy with other stuff, so... But it is fun. This is the kind of game I've kind of always wanted, where it's really, really... The combat is great. You have to be on target. Tostar. We'll get that in a little bit. The combat is really on spot. If you aim for someone, you have to be sure... If you want to hit someone, you have to be sure you're aiming for them. We got some village farmers. Let's ride around a little bit. Let's go to Vadar, because I need to get more recruits. Ah, looters. Alright, we're going to recruit some more Swadians. Now, on the map here, you have your looters. There are several different types of bandits. Looters are the weakest. And right now we're going to do some battles. Ah, Count Montoir. Alright, so, what do you want? Surrender or die, as you wish. Alright, and it tells you how many troops you have and how many they have. You can order troops to attack, but generally that's not recommended unless you are unable to join in the battle. And that's if you're wounded enough, if your health's low enough, you can't join. We're just going to charge the enemy. Alright. And right now... Ah, shoot, whoops. If you press backspace, you can get an overview of the current situation. Red is the enemy. This is us here. This is our statuses, and right now we're ordering our men to charge. I'm going to get off my horse, because it's being kind of stupid. And right now, let me see if I can find... This is the sort of the battles I was talking about. You're actually in the battle itself. Alright, at the bottom there, anything in red is they killed one of our guys. Blue is we killed one of them, or wounded, or injured one of them, so they can't fight. And yellow, I think yellow's wounding, and they're out of... Yeah, yellow's wounding and they're out of the fight. Blue's death. And, I think purple and pink is our allies, if we have any. So once you're victorious, it tells you your casualties. Alright, we lost one guy. He's dead. But we killed 2 enemies and wounded 2 others. Now, when you wound enemies, you can actually capture them to become prisoners. You can sell them to traders, slavers, for money. But we don't have... We didn't learn the prisoner management, so we can't do anything. We just have to release them. And some of our men actually leveled up. When they came upgraded to Swadian militia. And this determines... if they're in battle more, they'll get more experience and level up more. And after every battle, you get loot. And depending on who you fight depends on what loot you get. These guys are the worst enemies you could find in terms of how easy they are to kill and what crap they have. They got pretty lame stuff. But right now, I'm just going to keep with what I got. I'm pretty happy with it. And we can sell all this stuff at the market. And we also get a certain number of dinars from raiding their pockets, I guess, of the dead. Let's talk to Montvar. Do I know you? No, you don't. But you are... And sometimes they have nice little things to say, too. Do you have any task for me? Okay, so we have a guy named Ritmund of Curall. He murdered one of his men, and we need to go find him. Yes. Let's do... Right now, let's see. Where is Montvar? Hunt down Rittman. He is in Chide. And those guys usually don't leave anywhere. They don't... there. We'll go to Chide. And we'll also make our way to do tax collection at Tatsamish. Or Tosdar, sorry. This game is great. I've loved it a lot. And I do apologize if the screen is a bit crushed. A little bit. I cannot fix that. That's sort of how the game is. And there's not much I can do about that. Right now we're traveling to Chide. It is late at night, so because we can't see the road very much, as well as in the dark, and we're going through forest, we're going to go slower. And we also have our speed is 2.4. You can actually gain, be better at horsemanship, and thus increase your movement speed along the map. And if you're on roads, that does help your speed. Oh, do we have more looters? Generally, you want to fight looters first. They are the easiest to kill, and they don't have too big of numbers. Oh, shoot, forest bandits. No, we don't want to tangle with them. There are several types of bandits in this game. Some of them are easy, some of them are extremely hard. Forest bandits, these guys over here, prefer bows and arrows and axes. Let's see, you have mountain... generally the forest bandits hide out in certain areas. Certain bandits hide out in certain areas. Forest bandits hide in this area around Swadia. You have mountain bandits that are prevalent in this area here. They prefer throwing spears, shields, and mauls, which are really big hammers. Two-handed hammers. You have desert bandits, which fare this area. They ride horses mostly. You have steppe bandits over in this area, which prefer... bow and arrow on horseback, and they're really annoying to kill. Over here you have taiga bandits, or tundra bandits. Those guys prefer sword and shield, or spear and shield, and throwing spears. And over on the coast are the worst type of bandits, the sea raiders, basically freaking Vikings. Those guys are the toughest, meanest sons of guns in this game as far as bandits are concerned. They are the hardest to kill, but they have the best loot. And if you really want to train your guys up, if you're feeling for a challenge, those are the guys to go for. They are mean sons of guns. And right now they are fleeing from us because they know we are definitely going to kill them, which we are. And the game takes into account the amount of men you have and the types. Right now I'm going to stay on my horse at the moment. I'm just going to shoot my crossbow. Now, some crossbows you can actually not reload and shoot from horseback, but this one's a light crossbow, so it works. And die. And I love the blood splatter effects. They're not the best, but it's still pretty fun to see. Right now, we're actually getting pretty good efficiency with the crossbow. I'm pretty happy. Alright, that yellow was one of our troops got knocked unconscious. Ah, shoot, my horse is taking damage. And he will be wounded until he is able to heal himself. Alright, we won. And, what else was I going to say? We won, and we lost one. Still can't take any prisoners, but that's alright. Just head to a city and sell this stuff to make some money. This is how much money I have currently in my pockets. You just, whatever money you get on you, you keep. So, you can end up with 10,000 dinars on your person itself. It's kind of funny. Alright, so, that little green area down there, that said, people upgraded in our party. So here we go. They've already upgraded to militia. They have better weapons, a little bit better armor, and they have a little bit better health, I believe. Let's go to Iberan. We'll get a few more recruits. Now, you can actually do a hostile action. You can force them to give you supplies for free. You can steal cattle, or if you're at war, you can join a people here, and you can become a vassal for kings. Normally, at the beginning of games, you start out as a mercenary. Eventually, the lords will say, hey, we need a mercenary. I was told by the king we need a mercenary to fight our wars with us. Would you be willing to join? I'll probably show that a little bit later on. And eventually, if you get powerful enough and get good enough in battle, and you have enough renown, because with every victory you gain renown, or any good things you do, you gain renown, you'll eventually be able to become a lord. You'll have your own banner. Right now, you can have a character banner like that. And, but we'll do that later. So, this is the village that we are supposed to find the wanted man. Actually, right now I did not come at a good time. It is pretty early right now. Every village has an elder, which you can go talk to. Welcome. Yes, alright, actually, it's probably not too early. We might still be able to find him. Normally, this sort of quest is, you're looking for Nervous Man. Aha, there you are, Nervous Man. Let's just, dismount here, and we'll get our sword and shield out. Hello, Mr. Nervous Man. Yes, they do that whole spinning thing. Alright, drop your sword if you're innocent. Well, we're just gonna have to kill you. There we go. A little bit. There we go. Yeah. Are you running? Have fun getting shot. Yeah. Ah, shoot. He didn't die. Oh, yes. And if your horse's health goes down enough in battle... Ow. It can die, and you're going to need a new horse. Or it could get wounded, or it could be just fine, depending... Alright, so we killed him, and we finished our little quest. Now, because we killed the guy in the village, they don't quite like us, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter too much. Right now, let's head up to Tosdar, and we'll do our tax collecting. And he promised us he'd give us a percentage of what we collect, which is nice. There's a caravan. Now, caravans, they do trade. You can raid if you are at war with them, or if you just want to be a bandit yourself. They do have an armored escort, so I would recommend being very careful. And at the bottom here, they'll have basically everything that happens in this game will be at the bottom down here. We have allegiance changes. We have people going to war with each other. We have people who raid fiefs, or if places are taken. Everything in the game that's going to happen is going to be here. And if you miss anything, you can just go to notes and the game log. It says he has changed from the King of Rodux to the Khajiit Karnat. Right now, let's go to Tosdar. We are going to collect taxes. And right now, as primary the highest trade skill, you expect collecting taxes will take 2 days. Let's start collecting. And automatically, it sort of goes on its own. Let me see. They're getting restless. Screw them. Continue. And right now, we're just collecting money, and it's going to take a few days right now. And when you're in this mode, the game just sort of automatically goes on its own, and it speeds up just a little bit. Oh, it seems the Nords are at war with the Vaegirs. Oh yeah, they've been taken prisoner. Now, in this game, the Lords are unkillable. They just get knocked unconscious in battles. There we go. We collected 4,000, and now we are good. They don't like me because I just, took their money, but we'll fix that later. Right now, we have finished taxes, and we need to find Count Meltor. Currently, he was at Praven, but we don't know where he is. We will find him by asking another noble. But what was I saying? I forget what I was going on about. Actually, hold on. Oh, I can ask him. Right now, you see this, it is being raided. Currently, the Nords are at war with the Vaegirs right now, and that means that one of the Lords of the Vaegirs is attacking this village, raiding it, and, slaughtering the inhabitants. And basically, that means they won't be able to collect taxes. You can't do anything for, I think it's 7 in-game days until it becomes livable again. Anyway, let's speak to Count Deglan. If I can catch up to him. Yeah, he's good. Alright. Right now, yes, okay, weekly budget. This comes up, it determines wages for the soldiers that are in your party. And wages, the better the soldier, the more upgrade he is, the more wages you need to pay him. You can get wealth by doing jobs, or if you have a fief, you collect taxes and stuff like that. Right now, that's taken care of. Let's talk to him. No, you do not know me, but that's okay. Thank you very much. Let me see. We need to ask for Count Meltor. I wish to ask you something. How goes the war with the Khajiit? Okay. I'd like to ask you something. I want to know the location of someone. If you need to know the location of any lord or lady, you can find of a specific people. because he is Swadian, I can find out where Swadian lords are. If I was to talk to a Nord lord, however, he would only know where the Nords are. I can't ask a Nord for where the Swadians are. But right now, let's go down the list here. Meltor. He is currently fielded close to Ergelon. Thank you very much. Alright, Ergelon Castle is right over here. It was currently actually under siege, which is nice. So that means they are, the Swadians are attacking this place. Alright, and there's one of the Nords, Jarek. Telrog was defeated, but he managed to escape. If a lord is defeated in battle, he can either escape to fight another day, or he can be captured. Kill looters. Die, looters. He can be captured, and he can be held under yours, prisoner thing. And, you can eventually, if you hold him long enough, you can get a ransom. The, people that he comes from will say, hey, ransom him for this amount of money. And, if you agree to it, you'll get money. And it's a really good way. Sometimes there are missions specific to capturing lords. You'll be asked to capture one because the enemy has one of ours, or one of one of the lords, and they want to trade one lord for another. Ah, there they are. And as you get better with your weapons, you increase the damage, and let's say for a crossbow or any throwing item, the aiming device on the screen will grow smaller. And yes, it is harder to shoot while on horseback. Jeez. Yeah. Doing pretty good. But I do want to show you a few other battles other than just killing silly little looters and bandits. Right now, let's kill some fools while on horseback. Alright, and I'll actually go out to here to show you. You have to be pretty accurate on your swings if you want to make contact with the enemy. So, timing is everything. There we go. And, oh yeah, the swords do, and the weapons do have red tint on them, the more you kill, which is awesome. Still cannot capture them. Oh man, I do need to, alright. So, right now, our inventory is full. We cannot carry anymore, so we're just gonna drop that stuff. And let's go to Suno. Actually, no, we need to head over to Ergelon. We need to go to Uxkhal. And right now, some of ours are ready to upgrade. Now, some of our troops were wounded in that battle, and up here it says 3 of 4. One of the Swadian recruits is still wounded, and he is not able to take part in the next battle until he gets healed, and that takes some time. But that is okay. And see, Gradius, 14 of 16, so we only have, if we were to fight a battle, we'd only have 14 out of 16 troops available, because the other 2 were wounded and unable to partake in the battle. Let's head to Uxkhal and sell this stuff to get some money. And then we'll go to Ergelon, and hopefully both the lords will be there. I don't know how far I will go to doing this video. Marketplace arms. It doesn't matter who you sell to, just as long as you get money. I used to have it to where I'd sell the arms to the armor merchant, the goods to the goods merchant, and stuff like that. The horses to the horse merchant. It doesn't really matter. Right now, we need to keep careful eye on your food. Right now, bread's pretty inexpensive. We're just gonna buy a lot of bread. And that's good. And you can actually find, other weapons on the battlefield. Oh, jeez. No. We're just gonna wait here for a second. Actually, let's go to the tavern. Alright, Jeremis. Now, in the tavern you have several people. You have the innkeeper, any mercenaries, which you can hire. Yes, 3 of my mates are looking for a master. The amount of money is depending on how good they are and their and how many of them are and what kind of type they are. These guys are cavalry. They're pretty expensive. I don't need them. Jeremis is one, and Borcha are 2 of the companions you can have in this game. Alright, and they'll give you a story, And sometimes... Alright, good. Sometimes you can actually outfit them. They'll follow you now. Jeremis will follow us now. Not Borcha. I'm okay with Borcha right now. They will help you, and they can help you make decisions, and a lot of times characters... Oh, Wandering Scald, a book merchant. Wandering Scalds, what do? They sing songs, and you can have poems. I'll talk about that later. Book merchants! Books are incredibly expensive in this game. Over 6,000 for books, but they do provide some good stuff once you read them. Anyway, companions do help you along, but the more companions you get, the more potential you get for problems. There are companions that do not work well together. Some of them are outright hostile to each other. Some of them work well. Some of them, some of the companions will compliment on each other. They'll become good friends. Others downright hate each other. Farmer, yes, what is your plea? Bandits are in your village. Yes, we will help you out. And is that no more? Alright, let's go help no more. Right now, we still need to go to Ergon. Alright, there's no more, but that's okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, this is one of the battles. Right now it's Manhunters versus Forest Bandits. Manhunters are the white cavalry. These guys are going around, they kill the bandits. And right now, because they are friendly to us, we can help them. And I can actually command these guys. I can actually command to follow. Or at least, okay, my troops will follow. My guys will follow me. These guys are their own thing, but that's okay. And the symbols on their heads, when you get your banner, your own personal banner, it replaces the symbols. But right now, because we have no banner, it's just a generic, hey, these guys are like mercenary types of symbols. And these guys are the Forest Bandits. They favor the bow and arrow, which is a problem if you are fighting on foot and having to run towards them, and they have a massive amount of men. Right now we seem to be doing okay, and there was Jeremis actually there. And the Manhunters, it says in red that they are dying, which means they will be part of our party, but since they aren't with us, their deaths don't really mean anything to us, except for just so that our men don't die. Alright, we didn't lose anybody. Our allies did lose 4, and we killed everyone else. Thank you, sir. Yes. And we can actually hire them, but right now we're pretty good. Alright, let's get this stuff, the spoils of war. Right now, hardened leather boots are way better than my ragged leather boots. Let's get padded leather, and I guess we can have the hood. That works. No need for a bow right now. We're pretty good with our crossbow. Alright. Good. And, once the recruit goes to a militia, and once the militia, you get 2 types. You get the skirmisher, which is, crossbows, eventually, or you get the footman, which is its own set. It's either you can get ground unit or horseback. We're just going to go with footman for right now. Let's still get to Ergalon. It is still under siege. And right now, we're coming up on it. Oh, there's King Hrallas. Alright, and we are looking for Meltor and Montoir. Ah, there's Montoir. And I don't see Meltor just... Ah, there's Meltor. Good. Alright, hello, Montoir. Yes, about the task he gave me. I found him and gave him his punishment. Now, he gives me the 3... I can choose to accept or decline. I will not accept, and I have gained honor. Now, honor helps out... I'm good for right now. You can see your honor, and we've gained a little bit of honor rating, 3. And I believe it helps out with your relations with lords. And let's go to Meltor. Yes, hello, about the task. It comes up to this, and we have gotten 826. Do you have any more tasks? Yeah. We'll go to Uxkhal. I do love the music, however. It's really good. Now, for every castle or city, they have a standing garrison. This guy, and you can see the garrison below, has 144 men, and how many of them there are. And these guys are currently under siege. These are sieging it. And when you siege a castle or a town, you have to get siege equipment. and depending on how good it is, depends on this equipment. Sometimes it's ladders, other times it's actual siege towers. I might get a chance to show you one of those later on in the game. We'll have to see. If I can join... Alright, who did...
My lord!
Oh, I didn't... never mind, we're good. Yes, you can attack the poor people. Right, we need to go to Count Delinard, and he's actually not there right now. But, oh, wait, oh, did he just leave? Ah, Delinard, yes, come here. Yes, I'm Gradius. You do not know me. Oh, thank you very much. I bring a captive from Count Meltor. Do you have any tasks? Nope. You guys know what they're doing. Generally, they'll give you some general information of what they are currently doing. Right now, we need to head to No More, because we need to take out some bandits that have taken up refuge. Now, if we beat the bandits, well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't lose. If I do lose the bandits, you retreat, and the bandits completely decimate the village. Hopefully that won't lose. That won't happen. Alright, 15 forest bandits. That's not too bad. Let's attack. I think we can win. And we actually do get help from the farmers of the village, which is nice. And they are expendable, more or less. And right now they're over that way. Alright. And we got some arrows flying at us at the moment. Let's demount. Now, generally in battle, when the enemy sees they're losing, they will run automatically. And it's good to have some horse units or yourself be on a horse so you can ride them down and kill them. Darn, I missed. Darn, I missed. And you can hit your own guys. But generally for these kind of battles, there we go. For any defend the village. Let's kill you. Yeah. And generally, these guys can't retreat. They fight to the death. Farmer. Alright, we won. Sweet. Oh, I don't want to retreat. I lost 4. Alright, that's okay. Alright, so we won. And you can either take what they offer, or you can refuse. I will do that, and I gain honor again. And they do like me. They are acceptive of me, which is nice. And I think I upgraded a little bit here. Let's get footmen. That will help. Now, let's head back to Praven, because I have more than enough men now to complete the innkeeper, or the merchant's task. We'll head over there as soon as we can. Hopefully we don't run into anybody. Alright, heading over there. Now, one thing I did not include is the bandits do have hideouts. And the hideouts are where they are sort of encamped, and you'll have to attack the encampments, and generally you get pretty decent amount of loot. Forest bandits. There are 13 of them. I only have 11 available to me. Now, I can actually take on those looters. Let's do that. Now, we have to be careful. Sometimes, if the forest bandits and looters are close enough to each other, they will help each other in battle. That can be annoying. Surrender or die. Yes, you die. That can be really frustrating. You can end up with battles way out of your odds. I've had battles where it was me and about 70 guys facing, I don't know, 200 of the enemy. Now, that does not mean that it is only 70 versus 200 at one time. You can set how many men are on the field at once in the options, which I'll probably show that in a minute here. And sometimes you get incredibly unfair odds. It just depends. Oh, shoot. No, you don't. Darn, I missed. That's okay. You gotta be on target with your swings, too. That's what can make this really annoying. And you have several different, sets. You have sword swords and shields, two-handed weapons, single-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, pole arms, which is spears and thrusting weapons, bows and arrows, crossbows, and throwing weapons, which that's a skill in itself. Rocks are throwing weapons. Yes, you can throw rocks in this game, but they don't do too much damage. But it's good for when you first start out with it. Oh, geez, hold on. Let's see here. Farmers versus forest bandits. Do I think I can win and help? Oh, when you stop moving, the game does pause, so... Yeah, sure, let's... Oh, geez, they didn't... you know, I don't have any business with you. We're cool. Now, the forest bandits, and generally most of the bandits, if they don't want to fight you, they'll either run, and you can decline the battle. Now, as for the Sea Raiders, no matter how many men you have, or they have, they will fight you no matter what. And that can get frustrating. Here's the king. Nice to meet you. Might as well say hi. Do you have any tasks? Nope, you do not. That's okay. Now, I cannot offer my sword because I do not have enough notoriety and or fame, I guess. Alright, let's visit the marketplace first and sell our stuff. But once I do, I will be able to become a vassal. And I will be able to own fiefs and get married to a noble lady and good stuff. Oh, did not want to visit the castle. Although you can visit the castle. This is where they do have guards, but they aren't allowed to talk to anybody. Castles are where the noble women are generally to be. But right now they're usually in the cities, but sometimes they can be found in the castles themselves. Not this kind of castle, the actual standalone castles. Let's go to the tavern. Ransom broker. Now, this is the guy you want to see when you capture prisoners. He will sell them, or you can sell them to him to make some cash, which is nice. We don't need hired blades. There you are, merchant of Praven. Yes, I shall hunt the bandits. Did not mean to do that. Here we go. Now, on the map, you'll notice Band of Robbers in blue. Blue on this type of map is, related to our current quest. No. You die now. Wow, what a terrible spawn. Yeah, you do get pretty slow going uphill. Right now, this shouldn't take too long of a battle. I've got some good boys. Come on, get up the hill. Yeah. So right now, this merchant has a brother that was captured by bandits, and these bandits have been operating in the town at the very beginning. Now, no matter what intro you start out with, this mission you're always going to receive, no matter what, and that intro fighting sequence. That's going to happen no matter what. You'll be given this mission no matter what happens, whether you are a lady or a man. So that's the only thing but generally once it ends, once this first mission, there's a little bit of diversity, kind of, but it's the same. Darn it, I missed. Now, there is a difference between men and women. Women usually have it a lot harder in this game. Yay, we won. Alright, and he lived. Yes, just let me know where it is, and I'll let you go. Alright, he ran off. Alright. Alright, Jeremis reached level 5, so he upgraded himself. Right now, he let us know where the encampment is, so let's head off to the kidnapper's hideout. What was I saying? Darn it, I lost my train of thought again. Yes, ladies have it a whole lot harder. First off, they cannot own fiefs, generally speaking. I did play as a female character one time, and I did eventually manage to get a fief from a king, but generally most of your lands come from the husband that you'd marry. Yes, let's attack the hideout. This is the hideouts. This is generally the Forest Bandits hideout, but they use this for the intro mission here as well. And right now, each hideout, each bandit type has different hideouts. And they'll have men that spawn around the area, and you gotta go kill them all. Now, to win. Now, if you get knocked unconscious, your character, no matter how many men you lose or how many men you still have on the field, if I get hit by an arrow at the very start of the battle's over for me. I have to go fight. I have to go fight this again. No matter what, and that can get annoying. Because you know, I guess realistically, your troops would normally fight on, but if I go down, the battle ends no matter what, and I'll have to come back and try this again. But I think we should be okay for now. We only got these few guys left, and we should be able to win. And this is, like I said, this is the Forest Bandit hideout, normally. Mounted Bandits, Tundra Bandits, shoot, I missed. You can actually kick in this game. I kicked you. There we go. Good, we won. Yeah, you can kick. It's kind of fun. Alright. Oh yeah, we can't leave now because we rescued the merchant's brother. Thank you for rescuing me. Yes, you better get going back to your brother. Alright, good. And once you win a bandit hideout, their ill-gotten gains are yours. You receive no money for this, but you receive a larger number of goods than you would normally. Generally, it's weapons and armor. If it's a hideout that's really good, you get food for free, which is nice. And, head back to Praven. And, sometimes it just depends. And as you progress through the game, you can find better weapons and stuff. Generally, you can just buy better weapons, but the better the weapon or armor, the more expensive they are. I think there's an item in this game that usually costs 15,000. I think. Right now, let's go to the tavern. And I'm hoping I actually do find one particular individual in one of these taverns. I like it when that happens. Alright, but right now, let's reach into Praven. Yes. Making more money? Yes, please. Alright, so the person who's laid the bandits in is the captain of the watch. Right now, I have to lead the people in a fight in the city. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yes, give them a sign. Let's do this. Fighting in the city. Alright, and now we gotta fight some people. Generally, he's right there. These include the people of the town and the guards. And you cannot, there's no mini-map for this section, because you cannot command troops. Right now, you just gotta find them. I think even if you lose this battle, they do, quote, win, I think. Alright, good, he's dead. Keep moving on here. We have the help of the city guards, which is nice. Those guys are pretty hardcore. Unfortunately, a lot of the townspeople did die too. And generally, you can block with a weapon. Jeez, almost freaking died. Oh, I see, that's why. I can't see! Oh, I got knocked unconscious. In a bush. Ah, shoot. Ah, well, that's okay. We did lose, but yeah, we do win. Alright, that's fine. Alright, supposed to be more careful. Alright, good. And right now they capture the captain. But let's go visit the merchant of the tavern after this business is all sorted out. There you are. Yes, and because of what happened, the king's letting him, or told him to leave, but right now, that's okay. So that was the very first sort of mission, true mission in the game. And right now, because we got knocked unconscious, my health bar is really super low. You can wait here some time, and if you wait in an inn or tavern, you do heal faster than making camp out in the middle of the open. But right now, we're just going to wait a bit, and we should be okay. Let's leave right now. Health is at 73%, so that's pretty good. And the faster you heal depends on your surgery and the wound treatment in the skill sets. Alright, but right now, let's go to Suno, I suppose. Or I'm tempted to go see if I can find a noble. Well, King Gradius. Heavy task? Nope. Yeah, you've not shown yourself a confident commander. So I have to gain renown. But right now, let's go see if we can find a Swadian noble. Oh, they go Ergalon. Nice. Let's go find ourselves a Swadian noble, and let's see if we can get hired as a group of mercenaries, which will be sort of a next step sort of thing. I'm not going to go too far. This video is hopefully not going to be super, super long. Tavern, nothing. Oh, now, Wandering Bards. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can get married in this game. There is courtship. For the women, it's a little bit easier. For the men, it's finding someone who's interested in you and who actually wants to marry, or has a son who needs to marry. For the men, it's a bit more different. You actually have to court the lady. And by doing that, you need to learn poems. Can you teach me any poems? Yes. Sure. Teach me that one. Yes. And, so it sort of does its automatic thing, and we learn the poem. Now, it shows in the courtship relations, we know that poem, and we can, when we're courting a lady, she'll invite you, she'll send a message if you're out in the field saying, I miss you, come see me now, please, I yearn for you, or something like that. You can come in and see her, or, if you want to see her sooner, you can try and sneak a visit in, past the guards, generally speaking. It takes a little bit of time. Alright, let's just go kill... no, I'm not going to bother with forest bands. I still need to find a lord and see if I can... Oh, no. You can avoid battles by maneuvering your character on this type of map, but you have to be careful. But eventually you do get to the point of courting her enough. Now, even though you are successfully, even if you successfully court the fair lady, if her father or family members do not approve, you're probably not going to be able to get married to her. And she'll have to suffice for another lord. But that's one of the other really cool things. If you're courting a lady, and let's say another lord is courting the same lady, you can challenge him to a duel and make him back down his suit for her. And by doing personal combat. And in the tournaments, we use mostly wooden swords, and padded bow and arrows, or padded arrows. Yes, you can shoot padded arrows, something like that. No pointy weapons in the tournaments. But in personal combat, it's against lords. You use swords, real swords. Let's go to Dehiram right now. That should work okay. We got enough guys, and they're actually getting pretty good with experience so far, so we can handle our own. You want to keep troops around with you so you can fight bandits who would come against you and stuff like that. Let's just head over here. Now, when you capture troops, you can actually garrison them in your cities. They'll be in the dungeons, and it shows you how many troops they have. It's 334 plus 20. There's 21 enemies in there. Alright, now. You know what? I wonder, are they besieging any place? Ah, yes. They're besieging Rindiar. So that's where we shall head. I'm hoping I can get a mercenary contract. Mercenary contracts, like I said, are the next step after just basic survival out here in this game. They'll offer you a contract. You'll get paid a mercenary wage, depending on how many troops you have in there, how good they are. I'll get paid a whole lot more for having Swadian footmen than for Swadian recruits. But the problem is that, oh, jeez, they took it. Sweet. But let me see if I can get some notoriety. Do you have any tasks? No, that's okay. And let's see, I cannot quite get Count Despin. He's a bit faster than I am, unfortunately. That is okay. Alright. Count Barons. Alright, let's follow up here. I guess they might be heading for Dehiram. They sort of just spread about and do their own thing. Unless the castle they just took will come under siege again by the Khergits. Now, generally, in the hierarchy of these lands, you have the king, and you have his lords under him, but above the lords and kind of above the king in a few ways is let's just go to the Lord's Hall. Is the what's the word I'm looking for? He's the strategist, the war strategist kind of guy. He leads he calls the campaigns and stuff. I can't remember his name right now. Alright, let's talk to Count Gradius. You don't know me yet. I wish to ask you something. What is he? Shoot, I cannot remember. Oh, never mind. What's the realm doing? Oh, feast at Haringoth. Okay. But anyway, you have a ward, sort of. A guy who calls the nobles to go fight campaigns and stuff like that. But, alright, so they're at Haringoth. Oh, this is his wife. This is one of the ladies. And you can ask them, who they are. They can still give you locations of someone, even if a lord is not here. They can help you with relations, or if they need certain favors and have need of a champion, that will help you gain notoriety with them. But right now, I think it'd be nice to go to Haringoth Castle, because the lords have called for a feast, and I might just be able to get a contract. Now, I'm no one important. I'm just a commoner. Let's see. Where's Haringoth? Rabelet. Now, if you can't find... Oh, yes, the wages. Now, if you can't find a certain location, you can go to Notes, and you can go to Locations, and find it in this list. Haringoth. Alright, its main village is Nimeja. Let me see. Haringoth, Nimeja. That would be... Haringoth. There we are. And now, if I was a lord, I would receive an invitation. I'd have a runner actually send me saying, hey, there's this, they've called you to a, Refard. They've called you. Come and have a feast. Alright, do you have any tasks? No. Darn it. I want a mercenary contract, please. Pretty please. I would like to take part in at least one siege before this video ends. I might end up cutting the video to whenever. We'll have to see... Oh, geez, that's a lot of forest bandits. And I'm not well equipped. 20 men with bows and arrows standing on a hill is not fun to try and go against when most of your troops are on foot. Now, each people have the super heavy units. For the Swadians, you actually have Swadian knights, which are really, really good knights. These guys are armored to the teeth, them and their horses. For the Nords, they have Nord Housecarls, is their main heavy unit. For the Rodoks, they have Rodok Sergeants, which are armored spearmen. The Khergit Khanate have some form of armored horsemen. Also, the Saranids have Mamluks, which are armored horsemen, about as armored as the Swadian Knights. Those guys are pretty fierce, actually, the Mamluks, and they are not fun to engage in battle. Let's see, the Vagirs have Vagir Knights, and they're pretty good themselves. No, you don't need any help. Darn it. Eventually, when you get to know certain lords after a while and increase your reputation with them, they do open up a bit more about their fealties and their outlook on general, and, certain stuff they wouldn't normally talk about. But that takes a while, but that's okay. Ooh, mountain bandits. Yes, let's fight mountain bandits. These guys can be decently tough. Now, they've actually taken several prisoners at the Pus 3. They've taken farmer peasant woman, which you can actually recruit to your own ranks, but we'll see. Now, alright, the looters aren't going to help them, that's okay. I will find you. Come back here. And I guess I can go to the training field a little bit. Come here. Yes, prepare to die. Now, the worst ones are when you're trying to find an enemy on the main map and you're following him because he's a mission critical enemy or something like that, or he's your target for something. And they either have the same speed as your character on the map, or they have a slightly better speed than your character on the map. It can get frustrating trying to follow them around, especially if you have a time limit mission too. Right, some of these guys got shields, so they're able to block the crossbows. Oh, he's got throwing spears. Ah, jeez. Oh yeah, and when you are hit with spears, throwing weapons, or arrows, and if it actually does good damage to you, the arrows and stuff do stick into your body, which is really awesome. Yep, stuck into the shield. And stuck into me, too. Now, generally, if you get knocked unconscious in battles, your troops can carry on and win the fight, but that does not happen too often. Generally, your troops retreat immediately, and it does get frustrating. Alright, we're going to hire these guys. Here we go, they got mauls. And you know what, we're going to replace some of this stuff, because being that these were mountain bandits, they have slightly better things. Ooh, they got maces. Those will be useful. Alright, good. Alright, party. Jeremis, we'll leave him. Alright, so they became Swadian men-at-arms. They actually are armored now. That is some of the best cav. Well, they have to go to the knight class before they are the best cav. Or at least some of the best cav, in my opinion. Yeah, let's head over to Haringoth. Ooh. I at least want a mercenary contract, and to show you guys a siege. Hopefully, in this video. Oh, who's fighting? Ah, looters. I mean, this battle is going to be easy, but we can go help. Alright, we can help out. And let us go do so. And there's the Count himself. He has awesome winged helmet armor. And his troops are also here as well, along with mine and these manhunters that decided to join in the battle. His troops... Darn it, I missed. Count Gradius. Yeah! Excellent. Yeah, properly? Yes, thank you. Good. Alright, we only got 1 dinar for that. Alright, let's actually talk to him. Do you have any tasks? No, darn it. I want to be hired as a mercenary. Oh, deserters. Now, deserters, they fled the army, and depending on what location you're in, depends on what type they are. These guys are raw crossbowmen. Let's go help out these farmers. Alright, and the deserters can actually be really heavy-duty guys. It just depends, largely. Alright, these guys are sort of following my commands at the moment. Where are they? They're way over there. You know what? Since they are shooting at us, I'm going to pull back and let them come to me, because I do not want to cross that river while they are shooting at me. I'll just be a super open target. Now, it is a bit difficult to see, but you do have certain commands in battle. You can mount your horsemen or call them all to dismount their horses. You can fire at will for your archery troops. It is very difficult to see, I'm sorry, but right now, you have commands for advancing, following you, charging the enemy over top, standing in one spot, or holding, and this is just holding the ground. Fire at will, using what kind of weapons you want. Any weapon is just whatever they got. Blunt weapons actually help in getting prisoners, but we have no need for that, because we have no ability to get prisoners. Yeah! Now, the problem is with crossbowmen is crossbows really hurt a lot. Yeah! There we go. Ha! Alright, they're pulling back right now, and our cavalry's going to mop them up. Yeah! Alright, I reached level 4 in the nice little symbol clash to tell you that you leveled up. Excellent. Yeah. We'll just hire the peasant woman and farmer as well. We don't need that. Alright, we gained 3 morale. Now, morale is still very important. If you win a battle, you get more morale. If you lose a battle, you lose morale. And I think it's generally if morale gets down to 30, you start having troops randomly desert. Your companions never desert you. But, well, actually, no, that's a lie. If you make them unhappy enough, or if certain things go bad, or if you have a character if you have another companion they don't like, they will leave automatically, or they'll let you know they're leaving. Party morale, let's go to the morale. Extra morale for Kingdom of Swadia troops. That was one of the things I was talking about. Party size is a very frustrating factor. I can get 48 men, but because I have so many, I'm not able to cater to the individual needs of the soldiers. They feel they're being left out, thus their morale goes down. It's really hard to find a good balance. It really is. Alright, let's go to... Alright, it's only Count Meltor right now. Let's see if I can still get a mercenary contract from him. But do you have any tasks? Nope. Now, I really have enjoyed this game. There's so much more in this I'm probably never going to get to for this video. Such as management of certain things, certain cities or even castles. I'm not even probably going to get to be able to become a lord for this video. Maybe. We'll see. Probably not very much sooner. I'll probably end this video. Now let's go to the tavern. Artiminer. That's another one of the companions, but we don't need him. Let's go here. Maul, two-handed. Generally, the stuff you find on the battlefield is good enough. We're actually going to get this fur-covered shield and replace it because this thing sucks. 189 hit points compared to 544. A whole lot better. Upgrade to camp follower. Jeremis, who's more of a priest. Let me see your equipment, Jeremis. We can actually outfit him with equipment. We'll give him a mace and staff as polearm stuff. I'm going to keep the javelins myself for later. We should be fine. Generally, I just use the stuff I've taken from defeated enemies. If you fight lords that have good professional forces, you're going to get some good loot.
Everything has
Actually,
a price.
I probably shouldn't have done
Even
this
your
one.
life.
Alright, so if you don't want to fight, you can pay, and they'll just come up with the money, depending on, I guess, how much you have at the time. Let's fight. Why not? I've got Swadian Knights, men-at-arms with me. We should be fairly decent. And, oh yeah, here you can see, you can hold their position, follow me, charge, stand ground. And you can actually order individuals. The cavalry I'm going to tell them to follow me right now. Generally, I like to lead the cavalry around in flanking maneuvers. Generally speaking, it's a whole lot easier. Other than having everyone madly rush forward and cluster together, it's a whole lot easier to attack your enemy from behind. The enemy usually doesn't... your allies and enemies usually don't have that sort of types of strategies, so let's charge right now. I like how you have the arrows whizzing by. Might actually lose this battle. If it does, I can show you what it's like to be taken prisoner. Like I said, you never die in this game. You just get knocked unconscious. Generally, the nobles don't get knocked unconscious because they have really heavy-duty armor to protect them. Ah, jeez, my horse got struck down. No! And they got themselves nice, big, two-handed axes that are really annoying and hurt a lot. It's okay, my horse most likely is not dead from this. And I will still have him. lose them all? Yes, we did. Good. We lost 6. Jeez. But we did get a manhunter, who was their prisoner, which is nice. Steal all the things. It's mine by right of conquest. By victory. Excellent. Alright. Still can't count. And King Rallis actually does not ask mercenaries. It's the lords themselves that'll ask for that. Keep the javelins. Put the bread at the top. Now, you do want to keep extra... If you find any good weapons, you can just leave them in your inventory. And before battles, you can switch them out. Ah, darn it. You can pick up on weapons on the battlefield. It does not change the weapons you currently hold. Let's say I'm holding a crossbow that's actually in my inventory, and I drop it on the battlefield for, let's say, another sword. Once the battle's over, I'll just regain my crossbow, because it's still in my inventory here. And so if you want to differentiate on the battlefield, or if you, like, let's say if you have a bow and arrow, and you run out of arrows, you can go pick up more arrows, or you can drop the bow and pick up a new weapon. Right now... You know what? I'm just going to cut the video here until I find a lord that is willing to offer a mercenary contract. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, one other thing. I did forget to mention. In every city, they have a, Oh, Clargus. Let's ask you. They have a guild master. And the guild master gives you jobs to do, like, deliver ale somewhere in Calradia. Or go do some interesting job. He still doesn't need nothing from me. Grumble. And they'll give you just little jobs to do, and you can get money from them. They'll be pretty good. But right now, yeah, I'm just going to cut the video. I don't know how long, but we'll see how it goes. Ooh, tournament. Oh, man. I lost. Oh, well. Okay, shoot. Ah, crap. Don't need that. It's being stupid. So I ran into a group of bandits. This happens sometimes when you're in a city. Bandits will randomly attack you, and you have to defend yourself. This is either in the city or the towns. And you have to defend yourself, so wish me luck. Because if I lose, they steal some money. Oh, come on. And I think it depends on your personal skill level, the number of bandits they usually will send at you. Generally, I think the highest number is 4. Right now, there appears to be only 2 right now. That's okay. I can deal with that. Yeah, did I win? Yes! Woo! Alright. Continuing on. Okay, finally, after a good while, I guess I had to take or gain renown. I finally got a mercenary contract. So, he needs mercenaries. Please tell me more. Basically, you get 200 as upfront, and you'll be paid a mercenary wage, and you'll have rights to battle, loot, and salvage, which is nice. Duties are to go wherever they need to go. Only vassals can hold castles, and I cannot fly my own banner until I am a vassal, unfortunately. So, yeah, we're going to enter. My enemies are your enemies. I cannot... Okay, I had a thing to deliver to Hardengoth, but that's okay. Whatever. Oh, this is interesting. Sensitive matter needs tending to. I have no choice for retainers. Spy and charities keep an eye on things for me. Every week they send some collection of sports. Sure. I'll do skullduggery. Charities as soon as the spire can. Alright, use stealth, take care to avoid enemy strongholds, and don't bring too many men with you. Okay. How do we get by? How do I recognize? Just talk to the locals, the spy will be one of them. The wind blows hard in the east and the river runs red. Have you been sick? Okay. Yes. Alright, no problem. Alright, this is going to be interesting. I've only received one of these. so that should be good. Also, Mirchad. I do not know where he is. But yeah, it's been a little bit. I've had to do some running around here, but that's okay. 5 Saranids, I cannot accept it right now. Now, because that was a pretty difficult one, he actually deteriorated our relations because I failed to do it. And that's one of the problems when asking if they have any tasks. I wish to ask, near Pagunder. Alright, so basically, I will be called, because I'm now a mercenary, paid mercenary, I will be called, by the Marshal. That was the guy I could not remember. By the Marshal, if they're going on campaign, I'll be called to come go support it and help out. And we'll see how that goes. But I usually will have a time limit for those sorts of things, and we will find out later. But I will have... Now, because I am a vassal, I'm a mercenary group under a vassalage of the Swadians, their enemies are my enemies. They're in red, because we're with the Saranids right now. The Khergits, we managed to get a peace treaty with them, so they're good. We did lose Rayandi Castle, and I forgot to mention, each castle has a fief tied to it. That was Erlerda. And each city has a certain number of fiefs tied with it. So, Dehiram probably has Imiram and Ushkuru. Actually, no, Dehiram has Ushkuru, Yalibe, and I think Tishbitten. And Imiram is for Sinuzgada. And, right now, let's go here. Marketplace. That's what I needed to do. I did also forget to mention that certain hangers-ons, not hanger-ons, the companions, they don't all come free. Let me see your equipment. They don't all come free. Some of them do. It just depends on who you're getting. Ymira here came free, because, well, she was just a nice sort of girl who said she can fight, and good for her. But compared to... she can't use that because she doesn't have the ability. When she levels up, I can give her that ability. Compared to Mr. Alayan, who we actually had to pay 300 dinars for him because he is a, quote, noble in, well, more or less. And he says, I only fight for the best, and, I need payment for my services. So, some of them come with a price, but that is okay. They come with their own stuff. And you can outfit them however you see fit. Shoot, you can probably have them going off running almost naked into battle, I suppose. If that's your thing. Now, we do have a mercenary payment of 90, and that's because of the type of men I have with me and how good they are. But I will be called upon to come and help. Let me go ask. I'll get a little sheet up that says, hey, come help. Let me see. I want to ask, what is the realm doing? Alright, they're going to go to Rayandi Castle, which they recently lost, so I think I'm actually going to go join that attack. It seems everyone's going towards that as well. Randy's a big thing. Yeah, they massively lost Rayandi Castle a while back. They had basically the marshal for the Saranids called a ton of lords. Well, they're called emirs, E-M-I-Rs, R-S. For the Saranids, they flocked to him, and they assaulted that place in mass, and it was crazy. Yeah, and you can partake in those battles. So let's ransom broker. Yes, we already have information. Basically, you need to know him because he'll tell you, yeah, they got people that can, they can't pay. So my services are highly needed in this place. For the ability for prisoner management, the more you add, each level adds ability for caring for 5 prisoners. So I'm at level 1, I only care for 5. Next level is 10, next level is 15. Alright, so they've besieged Randy. And even though I've not been called to go help, I'm still going to do that. Still need to find Count Mirchad. He's somewhere. He might still be in Rayandi, actually. They might have taken him prisoner, and if they have, we'll know. You'll be able to see. Now, when they besiege a castle, it takes time to build siege weapons and stuff like that. And the castle can hold out. You can starve the garrison, but that takes a long time. He is not in there. Interesting. That is okay. We are going to camp, and we're going to wait some time. And speed up. And in this time, nobles do come through. And before you go into battle, I would suggest choosing your weapons and what you want to... Oh, shoot! They decided to flee. Okay, never mind. We're going to run. It's a good thing I can outpace him. He's got enough men that they sort of bog him down a little. Oh, one other thing I did forget to mention. There are no saves in this game. This game is one of those things where whatever happens, it's going to happen, and there's no going back on it. So basically, if I get captured while doing this mission, which is a possibility, I'll get locked in the dungeon until the other people, the people in Swadia ransom me, or something like that, or something else happens. But basically, what happens, happens. There's no going back. There's no saving. It auto-saves it when you leave the game. Well, if you choose that option at the beginning. But right now, we're going to go to Gradius and see if we can infiltrate the city. I think we can. I hope we can. Oh, and I almost forgot the level of difficulty for this game. There is no, quote, difficulty level as easy, medium, hard. It's all the same. The only, quote, differences in the game is how you make it for these types of choices. The amount of damage that the enemy can do to you, I've reduced it to half easy right now. The highest you can go is normal, where basically a sword swing is going to hurt you pretty bad. Damage to friends, that affects the difficulty. Combat AI, how good the AI is good, or how well they manage combat, that helps as well. And lance control, that's where in the battle, if you want to swing, if you're on your horse and you want to swing your lance to the left side of your horse, if you have automatic, if you move the mouse a little bit, the lance will automatically go. But if you have manual, you have to actually shift your body in battle, and that's sort of the difference there. But by adjusting those, you can determine how difficult you want it. Shoot! It is well defended, and they are after my hide. Oh, holy crap. I think they actually had some sort of something going on. I have to retreat further into enemy territory. Great. Oh, good. Darkness has fallen. Okay, good. Ah! No. No, no. I don't want to battle. Oh, hey! There's Count Breffard. Care to help? Oh, and... Oh, geez. Count King... Oh, the king is here? Wow. Did not know that. Now, you'll notice that each guy has a certain number. That's the amount of men that he has with him. 237. The kings have the most men, generally. The AI, the amount of men I've ever seen, the most I've ever seen one leader have. I want to say, I think it was 400. Or maybe it was 500. It was a lot. And we only beat him through a combined amount of efforts on everybody's part. But the kings usually have the most. And that makes them very difficult to beat in battle. Alright, so we might have to wait a minute for Gradius. Let me talk to King Gradius. Four surrounded horsemen, I cannot accept. I'm sorry. And I know you don't like me for that decision. Alright, I'm hoping I can sneak into Gradius and then get away successfully. But the Sultan is on my case. And he has friends. Alright, let's see if we can get into Gradius. Let's disguise myself. Yes, we managed to sneak in. Good. Alright, so the objective was to find the spy and ask about it. Oh yeah, travelers. If you get defeated in battle, you get captured, and your companions do too, or they manage to escape. You can look for one of your companions as well. Also, ransom brokers. If your companions are captured, and and they're put into captivity in one of these places, you can ask the ransom broker, hey, I want to ransom one of my companions, and he'll say, all right, here's the amount I can negotiate for, and you can either accept or not. All right. All right, sweet, we got the spy first try. All right, sweet. Okay. We're pretty good on goods. Alright, I'm still in enemy territory, though. Run! Thankfully, I have just the slightest 0.1 speed advantage over them. Even just by 0.1, you still manage to, you can outrun them. Unless you take sharp turns with your character. Or that happens. You cannot escape. It's a good thing it's nighttime, and he's going slower than normal. But he's got so many men with him that it slows him down. Now, if every single one of his men was a horseman, oh, he would be going fast. That is one of the biggest issues when you play as over here in the Kerjit Khanate, and they have their steppe bandits. Every single one of them is mounted. They are super fast. We're talking speed up to about 7. Generally, speeds only go, for a regular army, about 4 or 5 speed around that area for troops and everything. But speed usually depends on that. Alright, good. Excellent. We managed to get our first spy mission. And I'm still waiting for a siege battle. So once I turn in the spy report... let me see. Who did we need to give that report to? Count Mirchad. I need to know where he is. At least I can catch up to Rafark. And there's a whole ton of mission types you can do. Some of them do get a bit repetitive, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Dehiram. I need to find someone. Right. Mirchad. Dehiram for taxes? Yes. I'll definitely do that. I get money. I wish to ask you something. Oh yeah, our marshal. Mirchad is close to Uxkhal. And who was the spy we had to do? Oh, Road Dogs have declared war against us. Jeez, and the Nords. Wow, we're at war with everybody. Alright, notes. Count Meltor. Where is Count Meltor? I wish to know where Count Meltor is. Meltor. Alright, he's close to Uxkhal as well. Alright, good. Oh yeah, now that we're with Swadia, or not Swadia, the Nords, we can attack their caravans! Die, caravans! And we also have our allies with us. And yes, I finally got Swadian... I think I have Swadian Knights. Oh, I myself have men-at-arms. That's okay. Yeah, we got all our friends. Yeah, the caravans, they do deliver goods to the cities. And, that helps... Oh, jeez. The caravans help... Their deliveries help if you have businesses in the cities. Charge, everybody, charge! I like playing as the Swadians. They have the best knights almost in the game. And I do apologize, this is super laggy. The best thing about raiding caravans is we get their goodies. And usually this is how battles turn out to be. It is a huge mess. Darn it. I prefer first person. For any battle, it is just a whole lot easier. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this sword and shield for most of, I think for the rest of the video. I still got my crossbow. We got a few more guys left. Oh, and by the way, your experience in battle and overall experience of gaining for your character you have to participate in battle. You have to actually put effort. You can't just send your troops in and expect to advance by not doing anything. You can't expect that. Oh, sweet. Excellent. We got some linen. That's one of the goods we can sell in the market. Alright. They are at Uxkal, so we should be good. We gotta get over there now. And, but yeah, you have to participate, and you actually have to take a few swings and kill some enemies. You can't just sissy your way through these battles. Alright. Okay, finally caught up. Or we caught up with them. There's Meltor. Currently, we're having some enemies raiding. And, we're accompanying Delinard. He's the marshal. Holy crap, that's a lot of Nords. Yes, I know what you mean. Excellent. Alright, good. That was a pretty good mission. I like those ones. There's Mirchad. Come here, Mirchad. There's Count Deglan's message. Taken care of. Alright, good. That is a lot of Jarls. Holy crap. So, right now, Delinard is our current marshal. I'm really hoping we get to do a siege battle here, eventually. If not, I might actually just quit and make my own siege battle, just to show you what it is like. You actually do defense siege battles, which are actually pretty interesting, if a little bit annoying, too. But, we're just gonna camp and wait. Oh! Aha! Jarl Harald will help out. 300 versus 74. Yeah, we'll definitely help out. Alright. And we'll set my guys to follow me. And I don't have a lot of men with me on the field because all the other allies are here. Such an abundance of heavy cav are charged, they'll be glorious. And there's the Swadian Knights. They have the most beautiful mace in all the game, the Morning Star. It is a thing of intense beauty and death. Actually, it's because, well, actually no, I'm wrong. If it's a mace, it's generally supposed to knock the soldiers out, but it's a spiked mace is the Morning Star, so you're talking a fair amount of death. Now, the thing you gotta be watching out for the Nords is their Huskarls. Those guys are tough. Now, at the bottom you see it's pink. That is our allies getting hurt or injured. These guys got their big axes. But yeah, this is a good chance to show off some of the battles. Now, the enemy does get reinforcements. Also, because of the amount of troops they can only have on the field at one time, so they got reinforcements. They do trickle in, which is nice. And like I said earlier in the video, you can set that. Die. Yeah. Sweet, got myself a veteran archer. Yeah, at least I get to show you one of the big battles here. You wanna throw anything at me? Darn it, he escapes. And it says at the bottom, new enemies arrived. I also can say new allies arrived as well. But we are cleaning house. And actually, if you charge into the guy with your horse can cause damage to them, or even knock them unconscious themselves, which I think is pretty funny. The battle just goes on until, well, not until all their men are exhausted, but generally until you've killed a good amount of them, or they've killed a good amount of you. And if you do go down in battle, well, here's the thing about battle loot and having your allies in battle. When it's just your troops in battle, no matter even if your guys kill all the enemy, you get all the loot rights because you're the leader. When you're with your allies, if it's your men, it's basically you kill it, you get the rights to that loot. All right, good. So he escaped. That's okay. So I've only managed to kill a few men, or I only managed to kill that one archer, I think, myself, so I only got that one axe from his body. So yeah, fun little thing. Right now, we're doing pretty good, but you know what? I'm actually going to save and exit for this, and I'm going to load up my own custom battle for defense, so give me just a second. Okay, I started a nice little battle. Or an extra one. Spread out. There we go. Those are on little command prompts instead of just pressing backspace on the keyboard or something like that and issuing your own. Right now, we are the Swadians, and we are attacking the Vaegirs, and this is one of the custom battles you can have. Right now, this is a siege tower, and we have to get it to their walls. And we're just gonna... It's gonna take a minute here, because the more men that are around the tower, the faster it goes. If there's ladders, the ladders will be in place, and you just have to run up the ladders. Right now, this one we actually have to walk with it, which is a bit annoying, but that's okay. And we're playing as the Swadians against the Vaegirs. It's we're pretty heavy duty right now. And these custom battles are pretty good. They do have multiplayer, which. Multiplayer's alright. If you're like that sort of thing, I'm okay for it. But the thing is about multiplayer is, you know, when you're in battle, when you go down, you're out for that battle. And you know, it's kind of like one critic said, it really plays well with the whole thing of way back when you could spend your whole life training as a soldier, you could be the first casualty on the battlefield, all that training for nothing. But it gives it a more interesting element. And that's what I love about this game. It makes it... It really tries at being... Well, not quite as realistic as it be, but it's got more realistic elements than you see in a lot of other games. Kind of that try to be like this. And I really do like it for those aspects. But, I really am hoping for getting Napoleonic Wars, where you have muskets and you can command cannons, and you can even play instruments. Yes, you can be the drummer boy, or the flute player. I mean, someone has to be. And you can actually, I'm actually going to drop this spear. And, can I not pick up javelins? Shoot. Well, I'll pick up my heater shield anyway. Alright, and I do apologize if it is a little bit laggy. But we'll have to see. Alright, seems their lancers are getting the better of its movements. But, I am hoping I can get the Napoleonic Wars. The Fire and Sword is okay, but if I would suggest anything, I would suggest going with Warband more than anything else. Just because it has so much to offer, and it's just a stupendous game. It really is. No, we might actually lose this battle. Darn it, crossbowmen, I can't get past you. Normally, when you hit backspace, you can see how many men you have compared to them and the statistics, but this is a custom battle, so they don't have that. Sometimes the battles do get this laggy even without recording. So I have to look away for it to run smoother. Well, I'll see if I can participate. If even a little bit. The thing is about the blood splattering, you'll have men that are super heavy armored that have just been killing it. Yeah, like this guy here. I mean, look how much blood is on this guy. I think I'm Unfortunately. Do I think I can do this? Probably not. But you know what? We'll give it the old college try. It does not help that these guys are good soldiers, too. Oh, he knocked me down. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this. Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Alright, well, that was one of the siege battles.